as we have seen that how does a query is being written and executed with respect to certain joining statements. Now let's try to combine all the different types of joins and let's try to solve certain questions based on the same. And there are furthermore joins which we will be studying, that is nothing but a cross join, self join and a natural join. We will understand that how those types of extra joins would be used and understood and how a query result would be generated from the same. So if you can see on the screen that there are certain questions framed on the e-commerce website or e-commerce database which we have. So on this e-commerce database, we have three tables. The very first table is related to customers. Now what does this customers table tell me? Now customers table will tell me that what information is there related to the customers. So what all customers are there who have been enrolled into this platform. So if you can see, there are n number of customers which are there, and the second table which we have is nothing but the orders. Now what does orders table tell me? Now this orders table will tell me the customers who have placed the orders and what was the orders placed by them. So this is the orders table, and definitely it will be having certain products which are being ordered. So there is a products table which is there, and here I do select star from products. So these are certain products which are being ordered over here. So if I want to solve the questions which are there, let us see how we are able to solve it. So what is the first question? Find what were the products ordered by each customer. Now, in order to find that what products are being ordered by each customer, what I should ideally do is, I should ideally go to first customer table. Let us see, I have customers information which is there, and there is nothing related to what has been ordered. So definitely I'll go to orders table to see if I have it or not. And yes, we do have order ID, that's the order ID which is being used, and the ID, the customer ID who has placed the order. And here I have product related information but not the name. What is the question which I want? What were the products ordered by each customer? So I don't know that what were the products which are being given over here. So I just have IDs, P1, P2s and so on. So I need to combine data from the products table itself. So far, the examples which we were seeing, we were trying to combine data from one table or two tables, not more than two tables over here. So if I want to combine data from more than two tables, is it possible? The answer is yes. When I was teaching you about the explanation for what is joins, joins are used to combine data. Now many people say that joins are used to combine data from two tables. No. Joins are used to combine data from multiple tables, and we will see that approach, that how multiple tables are used to combine the data with and how we will get the query set for all of them. Now I want to use three tables over here. First is the customer, then there is the orders, and then there is the products which are being ordered. So let us see how I can combine a customers table and an orders table. I need something in common over here. So what is a common over here? I know that ID is something which is common between customers and orders table. Then I have something called as products. I have product ID and I can combine it with which table? With the orders table over here. So let us write the query for the same. And if I write select star from, I'll write from. From what? From the first table. I'll take the customers table and first find what were the orders placed by them. So customers, and I'll write with join. Let's go with inner join at the very first go, and let's then modify the query. So I write inner join over here, and which table I'm going to combine it with? Orders. So it takes the customer table, it takes the orders table and combine both of them with the help of what? An inner join. But what is a commonality or what is a search element which I want to do? So on means on the basis of what I want to combine these two tables. So there is customers dot ID. I know that there is ID into customers table, and I know there is ID into which table? Orders table as well. So if I take this and I run this query, you can see I will get all the details of those customers who have placed orders. Now I definitely know not all the customers have placed orders. So here it is showing only those customers who have placed what orders for us. So if I want to find all the customers over here who have not even placed orders, then I will use left join. Now why I am using a left join? Because customers as a table is on the left side of my query. And I want all the information from the left table, and that's why I'm writing what? A left join over here. So when I write a left join, if you can see, there are customers who have not even placed any order, but still their entry are being available. Why? Because it is combining all the data from the left table and only matching from the right. So this has been considered. Now what I do require over here is nothing but the products related information. I have got product IDs, but I don't want the product IDs. I want the name of the products to be shown, that what were the products ordered by each one of them. So here, in order to combine more than two tables, how I will do? I will write again a join. What type of join I want is an inner join over here. So inner join over here. And which table I want to join? I want to join a products table. And products table is being used. Now, based on what commonality should I join? On. Now, in the orders table, I know there is a product ID. So, on P underscore ID. And in the products table, I definitely know that there is an ID. So, I'll write products dot ID. Products dot, just a second, products dot P underscore ID. And if I take this over here, you could see that it is giving me the products which has been ordered by those customers. So this were the products which has been ordered by those customers. So if I want all the product related information or all the orders related information, you can see when I did inner join, only the matches are being given. But if I want all the entries of this query and only matching over here, that is the products table. Now many people don't know that what actually happens when you write more than one join over here. I know that this is my left table and this is my right table. I know this is my left table and this is my right table. But when there is one more join mentioned, which one is my left table and which one is my right? This entire thing is my left and this is my right table. So I want to use this entire element over here. So I will be writing a left join and it is giving me a result set for the same. So all the entries are being shown over here with respect to the query. So as you saw that we have got the query and the result from all the three tables. Now what is the purpose of two left join over here and how it has performed? Now when the query was executing, when the query was written, select star from customers left join orders. And on this, let's focus on this first query. What does it say? The first table is my customers table, which is acting as a left table, and the second table is my orders table, which is definitely the right table. So when I do the query, all the data from the customers table and only matching elements from the orders table are being fetched. So when I run this query itself, it was giving me some results. Now when I try to join it with products table, if I do inner join, only the matching elements would be shown. And if I want all the entries which were shown in this query, I will write what? A left join over here. And it will take all the entries which were shown in this query and only matching entries from the products table based on what? The product ID. And you can see this is how the result has been generated. Now there are certain columns which are repeatedly shown. I don't want all the columns which are there. Let's take certain of the column datas and let's see how my query could be executed. So instead of star, we will mention a specific column name which we required. Let's say I require ID, so I wrote ID over here. Let's say I require CNAME, so I will write CNAME over here. Let's say I required city from which the customer belonged, so I wrote that over here. Then let's say I required the order ID, so O underscore ID is being mentioned over here. Now what is the quantity ordered in price each? I want the total price to be there, so I will write price each into quantity ordered. So that's the QTY, quantity table. And then what I want the product name which is being ordered. So name of the products, and let's say I can get the details, it's fine. So when I run this, it is going to throw me error. Now why it was throwing me error? Earlier though it gave me the outcome which was there. But why it is now throwing me the error? You can see the error is not related to the wrong column names which were there. The error is related to what? Ambiguity issue. That is ambiguous issue. Now what is the meaning of this? Now when I am observing the data into customers table, if you see customers table, there is ID, and in the orders table also there is a ID column which is mentioned. Now when I say to MySQL that I want ID, it got confused. Okay, you want ID, but from which table? Do you want it from customers table? Do you want it from the orders table? And that's why it got confused, because it was the same name column which I directly wrote. So column ID in field list is what? Ambiguous. And for that, if I want it from customers table, I'll write customers dot ID. So from the customers table, this ID is going to come. CNAME, city, and when I execute this, it's executing it properly, and you can see it's giving me the proper answer for the same. So this is how ambiguity or the ambiguous issue could be solved. When you have same column names and you have directly mentioned it into your select, it will get confused. Okay, if the same column names are there in multiple tables, from where do you want to choose it? And that's when you have to mention the specification that you have to choose it from the particular table. This is how we got the answer for the query. So when I run this query, you can see that what were the products ordered by each customer over here. So customer 105 has not placed any orders. So you can see no order detail for the same. Customer 107 even has not placed any order. So no order detail for that customer as well. So this is how our query related to multiple tables joining, as well as allowing certain queries or certain columns to be shown into the outcome, could be written. Now, I know that when I'm trying to combine the data, can you see this ID and ID? It's the same column amongst the two tables. Product ID and product ID. It's the same column name among the two tables which are there. So instead of writing on orders.product ID is equals to products.products ID, can I use something else? When the column names between the tables are what? Same for the shared column. So yes, I can use something called as using for the same. So I will write C. Select. Let's say I'll take this entire query, but I will remove all this rest of the statements. Yes. So I'll remove this on. I'll remove this one which is there. So I wrote left join orders, and instead of mentioning which column from table 1 and table 2, I'll write using. Now using is a statement, or using is a function which I can use, and I have to give a bracket that using what? Between customers and orders, I want to use what? ID. So you can see ID is a common column name where the name of the column and the data within the column is also same. So it can combine directly. So using is used only when you have to join the two tables, and when in order to join it, you have a same column name. So I'm writing ID. On is used when you have same column name or different column name as well. So here I know products may using. I didn't need to mention that I wanted product ID from orders table or no. From the first query, wherever the product ID as a column was there, it will consider that over here. And that's there. And when I run this query, you can see the same outcome is being generated for me, which was being generated above. So using as a keyword can also be used, or using as a function could also be used for me to get the result set of a query only when the shared column between the tables is having the same column name. That's when using as a part could be added into your joins. So this was the first query resolution over here. Now what does the next query says? Find out how many orders were placed from each city. Now I want to find out how many orders were placed from each city. First, let's try to see which tables would be useful. So as per the query, let me see, select star from orders. So I have order related information, but do I have anything related to city? I guess no. I don't have any data related to the city column. So let me see, the orders are being placed by whom? Customers, and they will definitely be belonging from certain city. So select star from what? I'll write what? Customers. And let me see if they have city related information or not. Yes, they do have city related information over here. So what I want over here is I want to count how many orders were placed from each city, which means first I need to combine both the data and make it as one table, and then need the count approach for that particular city. So for that, let me combine this data. As you all know, select star from customers which were there, and I want all the details from the customer table because all the city related information is required for me. So I will use something called as left join. Why I am using left join? Because customers as a table I have mentioned on the left hand side of the table query. That's the first table, and that's why I will use left join. So it will take all the data from the customer table as per the requirement. And I want which table? Orders which are there. And I want to mention on or using. If I do with using, it's fine because I know customers and orders have a same column, shared column, which is named as ID. But if I want to use on, is it not possible? Yes, it is possible. That's a basic way of writing the joining condition. But at certain time, if I don't want to repeat my customer's table name, the table name could be big. I don't want to repeat it again and again. So I can give an alias. You all must be knowing an alias which was there, an aliasing or a token name which could be provided. So I will name this customer as C and I will name this customer as O, the table as O. So when I want to use C or customers table, I can mention it as C. When I want to use orders table, when I can mention it as O. So I'll write on what? C dot ID equals to O dot ID. So this is also a possible criteria or a scenario which we can give. So when I write this, you can see all the city related information is coming for the customers and all the order related information is also being shown. But my question is not key, I want to find out the cities for the customers who have been placed orders or not. My question is find how many orders were placed from each city, which means I want to create groups of cities and then run an accumulation of count over there. You all must be remembering a group by clause which we have studied. So definitely a group by clause could be helpful over here. Now how does a group by clause works? So after joining, so group by is written after joining. So I've joined the data. What I will say, I will group the data. So group by. Which group's aggregation is required over here? I want the data count related to city. So I want to create groups of what? City. Now as I have said, if I run this query, it is going to give me error. Why? Select list not in group by clause. You all must be remembering that when I taught you group by, the column which is a part of my group by is the same column which should be a part of my select. So that's a city. So when I get this, it is only giving me the city from where the customers are there. They are placing the orders. It is not giving me the count. In order to find out the count, I have to use what? Aggregated function. What's my aggregated function over here? Count. And it is counting what? I can write star, I can write city, it's fine. So if I write star, it's giving me. So how many orders were placed from each city? From Hyderabad, I got 1 order. From Bangalore, I got 2. From Chennai, I got 1. And from Mumbai, how many orders were placed? 3. But instead of this, now let me do star and let me eliminate this group by. So how many total orders were placed from Mumbai? You can see 1 and 2. And how many orders it is giving me? Let's see. 4. Why? Because I did count star. It is not counting, it is counting all the rows. So Mumbai was there. I want to count only when the order was placed. So can I write order ID? Yes. Now you have to be wise when you are choosing this. Now can you see Mumbai? So 2 customers from Mumbai has placed order. Let me explain you what has happened over here. So when I see this data, Hyderabad, how many orders are being placed? 1. Bangalore, how many orders are being placed? 2. Chennai, how many orders are being placed? 1. Mumbai, how many orders are placed? As you can see, 1 and 2. There are 2 orders being placed over here, which are there. So what you have to do over here is, if you do count star when you are finding, so if I write city and you're writing count star, when you're writing count star over here, what does it do? It will count Mumbai as 4, but ideally how many orders were placed by Mumbai? 2. Star means all the rows, so all the rows are being counted. So Mumbai as a row is available, and that's why it is giving me what? 4. But I want to count only those who have placed orders. So I'm counting on the basis of what? On the basis of order ID. And this is when I got a correct count, where I know Hyderabad, 1 customer has ordered, Bangalore, 2 customers have ordered, Chennai 1, and Mumbai 2. So this is the query result of my data. Now instead of count ID, I can use as, I can give this spaces like order count, and this is what it shows. So from each city, how many orders were being placed, you can see. So find out how many orders were placed from each city. We saw the answer for the same. This is how joins can help me to get the answer of the results. Now what is the next one? What was the total amount spent by each customer on the platform? Which means how much was the total amount spent by each customer? Let us try to see. So as you know, I'll again use the customers and the orders table over here. Select star from which table? From the customers table as C, and let's say in a join, I will take only those data who have placed orders, because I want to find the total spend which they have done. So orders as O. Now I can write using as well. Using, I know both of them have common name, that is IT. And that's it. So when I did this, you can see this is the data which was there. Now I want to see what was the total amount, means what was the total spend done by each customer. Can you see? Sam has ordered twice, 2 different products, so spend will be different. Now Rashi is there, Pranav is there, Rishabh is there. So I want to create what? I want to create group by, because I want to find it with each customer. So each customer group needs to be created. C name. I'll create a group by on the basis of the name of the customer. Now what is the next question which is required? That the column which is there in select. Group by, same column should be there in select. Now what I want, I have price of each product into quantity, because quantity is being there, and that's one thing. Now I will write sum of this. Total is what I want to find. So this is what the sum which is being gathered over here. Sum as, I can write total amount. And you can see it is showing me the total amount spent by each customer. So how much was the total amount spent by each customer? You can see it from here. So Sam spent 9,900. Rashi spent 2,250, Riya spent around 2,760, Pranav spent around 39,000, which is there, and Rishabh has spent around 757 over here. So I hope this you are getting it, that how we are able to solve the group by related queries as well. We can definitely do it with the help of the joins. Now, who were the customer who spend more than 5k on the platform? I know that what was the total spent by each customer. Now I want to filter out this spend which I have calculated over here. And definitely in order to filter out the grouped result, because this is not an actual table, this is a grouped table. In order to filter this, I will definitely require something called as having. So what I will do over here is I'll select the same query and I just modify it a little bit. What is the modification? Who are the customers who spend more than 5k? Now Sam has spent more than 5k, Pranav has spent more than 5k. I want those customers who were there. So instead of where, you all know that where cannot be written after group by and where cannot filter an aggregated data. So what I will write? Having. Having what? Total amount. The total amount should be greater than. Greater than what? 5,000. 5k is nothing but the 5,000 over here. And you can see which are the two customers who have spent more than 5,000 on the platform. It's Sam and Pranav. So this were the two customers who have spent more than 5,000 into the platform for placing any orders or ordering certain items. Now the last question which we have, how many times each product was ordered? I want to find out how many times each of the product was ordered and sort the data from highest to lowest. They're asking me to find out how many times the products was ordered and I want to sort it. Means the highest ordered product to the lowest ordered product which is there. So let us see. I don't require a customers table over here. I have orders table and products table. It's more than fine. So select star from which table I want. I want orders table. Let's say as per the question, how many times each product was ordered. So in the orders table, I have product ID. So on the basis of product ID, I can do find the analysis. But definitely I don't want to give the product ID. I want to give the name of the product which is being spent or which is being used or which is being bought. So which table will have that information? Select star from what? From the products. So it is finding those products which are there. So find how many times each product was being placed or was being ordered. So what I'll do, select from, you all must be knowing star from which? From orders as O. If you want to do inner join, fine. If you want to do left join, fine. If you want to do right join, fine. Let me do a right join over here. Why I'm doing a right join? Because I want all the products information over here. So products are mentioned at what side? The right hand side of the data or the query which is there. And that's why I've written right join. All the details from what? From the products table are being required. And I can write on O dot product ID equals to P dot product ID which was there, and I enter query. So you can see this is how the data is being coming along. The product IDs which are there, here it is matching, here it is not matching. Now I want to create what? Groups. Now group by. Which group I want to create? I want to create the name of the product which was there. And if you see, if you run like this, it will give me error because product name as a column needs to be mentioned as a group by statement. So product name. If you can see, this were the products which were there and how many times each product was ordered. So if I like count and I'll do ID instead of using star. So here if you can see, notebook, dark chocolate, hair accessories, beanbag, perfumes, toys and games and camera is being available. So here it's there, as I can find out like total count over here, and you can see the table name or the result column name has been changed. What I want to sort the data from highest to lowest. In order to sort it, what I'm going to use, I'm going to use order by. I want to order by what? From highest to lowest. So I write total count and order to lowest, which is nothing but descending. And when I run this, you can see which was the product which was ordered the most over here. You can see dark chocolate, then notebook, then hair accessories, then perfumes, which are there. Now, beanbag, toys and games and camera doesn't seem that people have ordered them. Let us see in orders table. P2, P2, P2. It has occurred 3 times, so it is showing me. P3, and what we have, P5. So it has occurred what? Sorry, P3, P5 and P1. It has occurred once, so it is showing me what? Once. Over here. Which was there. Now instead of ID, if you want product ID to be mentioned, you can mention the product ID which is there, but it's ambiguous. So I will mention it from which table? From the orders table. So from the orders table, if I mention the product ID, it can show me this required result sets. So these are the products which are ordered what? Once, and this is the frequency of ordering, and these are the products which has not at all been ordered, and you can see how many times each product was ordered. So most of the time chocolates were ordered the most from whatever products are being available into my data. So this is how we can use our inner join, left join, right join in order to solve those queries and get the particular result set with respect to the statements which are being provided. So this was the simplistic approach and the use case of writing joins and getting the reports from the query and from the data which is stored within the database.